Hi guys, welcome back on my channel, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator, and I have prepared another beautiful set for you. You can have a wee preview of it in here. We are going to do a transfer foil and I really enjoy this technique. Hope you really like it too. Let's start. We are going to start with sculpting, and it's going to be a fun design, not too complicated really, but a very interesting look and very unusual, I would say. So I'm just cutting the form on the sides, roll in between my fingers, close it. And for those of you who wonder what it is a sellotape, and it helps me keep the nail form in place because it is obviously a practice finger, so otherwise it would be very difficult to attach the form to it. So I'm just applying the form, squeeze it nice so the shape of the nail is going to be nice. Check if it's fit, and if it does, we can move on into sculpting. I'm using an extra nail dehydrator on the nail plate, and then universal air bond so the gel sticks in really nice. And universal air bond dries in the air, which is really great. And maybe for a change I will do this nail with the soft pink just to show you the color as well, because you guys ask me quite often about the difference in the colors. So I'm picking up a small scoop of the product. It looks like a really milky pink, really nice shade, perfect for a baby boomer. So nice and thin layer. And then pick up another scoop for the extension part. So I'm always starting where the natural nail is, so I've got a little bit thicker place there. And then just scoop through the free edge. Not too thick, just a nice thin skeleton. Okay, touch up on the sides, check any other places, and then give it a cure. In the meantime, when the nail is curing, I'm going to clean my brush, because if your brush is clean and it's in a good shape, all the work is much easier. Okay, so I'm always cleaning my brush into a nice oval shape, just so it has this point, so it's easier to work around the cuticle area, and it's also keeping the shape. Like, you don't want any hairs sticking out from it, or like the brush which is hungry. I can actually show you the hungry brush. So this is my glitter brush, and it's the same brush, and you can see it how damaged it can look. Always like make sure you keep it in a nice shape. Okay, then round 2 for this nail is to build up a structure. So I'm picking up again a very small scoop of the product, remove the excess, press really hard like on the entire nail, fill up any missing places, like especially the cuticle area, which is very difficult. So I've got only very little product there. You don't want to have a huge jump and bump. And if we're working with the small amount of the product, then we've got more control over it and we are more precise with the application. Okay, so we have applied the product all over, and now picking up a really decent amount of the product on the one side of my brush. So I'm kind of twisting the hand, and then I want this blob of the product to lie in one side of my brush, so it's easier to remove it. And then build up the apex. So one side, other side. Don't put any pressure in there. Just kind of try dragging the product down the way. And you can see the shape of the product. I'm applying it, and only in the middle. Okay, at the end we don't need much product. Clean my brush quickly, and then you can touch up the product if you need it, or you could just leave it really and let the product do the job. Okay, so I can just touch up a little bit and then give it a cure. So that's our nail extensions built. And the shorter the nails are, the quicker the process is and the easier it is as well. And that was the soft pink one. So absolutely fantastic color for a baby boomer. And I show you once it is filed, it has those kind of really milky color, really nice. Okay, so I'm just removing any product, like dragging my brush so it's still really nicely squeezed, and then shape it. And that's will be and that's how I store it. So I would take this, I would keep it in a drawer or somewhere out of the light in this kind of shape, so the brush keeps its shape. Okay, move this away, and then remove the form and the inhibition layer. So I'm just pulling the form down, click, comes down, and you can see it how well it's attached to the tape. Definitely a really good trick for you guys. So remove the inhibition layer, and you can see it as those kind of milky pink color. Really beautiful, as I say, for a baby boomer. Definitely my favorite one. So I'm starting filing my coffin shape with the free edge. Okay, nice and straight, like you want the nail to be straight, and then file on the sides. File the other side. Okay, keep checking, don't file too much in one place. So one side, and now I'm going to file the other side. Once we have filed these places, we go around the cuticle area. So blend everything nicely there. You don't want any bumps in here. Okay, blend it nice, and the next move is to smooth out the entire surface of the nail. Okay, so just file it, the entire nail. And when I was starting my nail technician career, I was filing all over the place. So I would take my file and I would say, okay, I see it, I need to file there. Then I was going and I say, I need to file there. And what I was creating more holes and more uneven surface. So this movement changed all my shaping. Like you go, the natural nail has a C curve. Actually, I will show you like this. So the nail has a curve, yeah. So you cannot file like this only. Your file needs to hit this side, then move on, hit this side, move on, hit there, hit there, hit there, and hit there. And look what is happening with the file. The file is constantly touching my nail, which is a wipe, in the same, with the full surface. So there is, I'm only going to, like, let's create some bump. Gosh, this is explaining like to the kids almost. So I've got some bump in here, and if I've got this file, here we are, like this, I'm going to file away only this bump until it is really nice and smooth, but all over in the same thickness. So what it does later on, here is our hairline. Okay, so this is a hairline of the nail, and it needs to be the same thickness all over. So it will be the same like you would bend the credit card. That's the thickness you ideally want at your free edge. Okay. So that's what we are going to do it. Pretty and coffee with the cameraman straight up in front of my nose. But he does it all for you guys so you can see it. Doesn't matter, I cannot see it. No, I'm only kidding. It's fine, I can do the ugly demo nails, and then at least you know how to do it properly. Anyway, I'm just keep smoothing it like this. Okay, so this way I get a really nice and even surface. And I didn't file much on my apex because you apply this product there, so it stays there. We don't want to file it away too much. And then we are going to take a buffer and just smooth it out even more. Okay, so just quickly buff all over. Blend this cuticle area. So ideally on the client, I will show you. So this is a natural nail. I don't want, yeah, zoom it in. I don't want any gap in there, any line. So we need to file it. It's so well. I'm not sure if it works on the tip because this is only a, oh, it does. Wow. Okay, awesome. So ideally you want to blend it. It's so well that eventually you don't know where is the natural nail and where is the extension part, okay? So that's how you do the cuticle area. there is no place which you can catch and no place, and you cannot tell where the extension is starting. Okay, if I will be really fussy, I would do a final check on this nail, and I can see it, I've got a bit more product there and unevenness surface there. Okay, so just giving a couple scratches and then smooth out with the buffer, and then this nail is not perfect. Perfect nails don't exist, and I can assure you that, guys, like, doesn't matter how long we are doing the nails. If you would take a one nail and you would file it for 3 hours, it still is not going to be perfect. Okay, so kind of decent shape-ish. And then we are going to move on to into the next step. So I'm just cleaning it with the blue scrub and using that transfer foil gel glue. So this one works different. It's kind of works like a transfer foil glue, and it's transfer full foil coverage. We are going to do a beautiful design. So it is really thin consistency, and because of it, it would be very hard to paint the design with it. That's why I still love the foil design gel, because as the name says, it's for the designs, and this one is for a full coverage. So I'm applying nice and thin layer. It's a pretty thin consistency, and then give it a cure. And we can cure it from 30 to 60 seconds, and it's going to work. So this is the awesome stuff for like people which are struggling with the transfer foil coverage, because it works on different timing. And I'm going to use like a Petrol transfer foil. You should guys all have it, I'm sure. So just pick up, oh my goodness, which part I want to pick up. Actually, this one is quite interesting. Let me see what I've got on the other side. Yeah, definitely. I like it, this part the most. Do I? Oh, I don't know which part I like. I like this part too. Okay, let's go. No, I like this part. I like all of it. Anyway, I'm just going to cut out the parts which I like the most. And actually, the more different colors you've got on it, the better. So the bigger the design, the better it is. And now let's transfer it. So basically, to get a really nice coverage all over, you just place it there and take a silicone tool and just rub it. And you can do it with your finger as well, but then some places might be harder to reach, like around the cuticle area. Okay, so I'm just moving it to the right places, and you can see it, the foil already comes off. I will also show you what to do so it's last as well. Like squish it out any ears which might be there, like here. So you want to squish it out. And now we are going to start pulling let's get those cuticle area better. And then we can just pull the transfer foil. So you don't have to do it quickly. Actually, the slower you do it, the better. You can also go back, so you can pull it and then you can go back if you feel that some places might not take well, okay? So we've got a beautiful coverage all over. And now this is a transfer foil. So you want it to last good. And to be able to last good, you want those free edge to have really nice and rough surface. You don't want the foil to be at the free edge, because if you've got the foil at the free edge, it will be easier to catch it and come off, okay? So you really don't want that. The next step which we are going to do for this design is to apply the High Shine No Wipe Top Gel all over this design. So High Shine No Wipe Top Gel on the entire design. Cap the free edge like really properly. You can even put like an extra drop of the top coat and like make sure you cap those free edge properly. It's crucial for it to last. Put it inside. and give it a cure. And the next part is actually really exciting because we are going to create some 3D design. And what you could do is you could use clear gel. Actually, which one I'm going to use? This one probably. So the top coat is nice for this design, but I will show you two different ways. I'm going to work with the clear gel, the thinner one. The fiber gel might be maybe too thick for me, so that's my top coat cured. And now we are going to create the design. So just pick up a small amount of the gel and start painting as swirly parts. What will happen is each places where you've got the gel with the swirly parts, it will enlarge the design which you have created with the foil, and it will give a really nice and interesting look to it. Can you see it, cameraman?
Some, yeah.
So
It's hardly visible, but we see something.
Okay, let me paint something more. Like when you're painting as well, like don't paint it too thin. You wanted it to be kind of visible. It looks absolutely amazing in real. Like it looks like, oh my goodness, how was this done? I want to take my time, guys, to paint those swirly bits. I really don't want to rush it because I think it will look absolutely fantastic once we finish and we really take a time to it. And also I want to have those kind of 3D look to it, so I need to distribute my gel slowly. Once you have painted some part of the, yes, you can see it on the camera. Awesome, look guys, like this is only some part of it, it's not finished yet. So give it a flash cure. Flash cure is just a couple seconds to freeze the product so it doesn't run. Okay, couple seconds. Shape my brush. And then let's move on into the painting part 2. Also watch how you're working with your fine brush, because this is a hard gel which is much heavier on your brush. So I'm very gently picking up the product, like I really don't want to damage my good brush. And you can almost work like with the strings of the product. Okay, let's twist something there. This is a central piece, so it has to be good. So basically what I'm doing, kind of painting almost letter C, or almost a side. I cannot never pronounce this word. Circle in no, it's not. Jak jest? Gosh, speaking English, Polish doesn't matter. I will need to ask my daughter how to pronounce this word I want to say. Okay, I'm just going to give it another flash cure. It looks almost like a peacock, I don't know, chameleon. Really interesting look. Okay, that's the product freezed. And you could paint it any kind of shape. You could paint roses, you could paint stripes, you could paint like those kind of unicorn horn. Oh my goodness, imagine unicorn horn with this underneath. Wow. That's what looks so beautiful too. I wouldn't do it on all of the nails like on the client. I would probably do it only on a ring finger. But absolutely amazing. Now maybe some swirly parts and here. Yeah, that's me happy. I'm just going to quickly cure it and show you the final results. So once you cure it, you would use the UV cleanser to remove the inhibition layer from the clear gel. And this one can be used as a finishing gel as well because it's so thin consistency. You could also do it probably with the base gel, and you could do it with the top coat as well. I just wanted to have this an extra height in this design, so it looks more extreme. Okay, so just a couple seconds longer. Okay, the nail is cooking, that's it done. So let's just clean it, the inhibition layer. So quickly clean the inhibition layer, and then I can show you the final results of what we have created today. It looks absolutely fantastic. Like, look at all those different angles, and I love this side. I think it's so perfect. Wow. Sorry guys, I'm going to keep showing you this for a longer period of the time because I think it looks amazing. Because you can't tell, like, how was it created? Was it a chrome? Was it a foil? Was it like transparent gel? So it looks very interesting. And look how the light hits this one now. Same the other side. Yeah, I hope you have guys really enjoy watching this tutorial. Oh, oh my goodness, it will look amazing. Imagine the winter one, do it in a blue and then do like a frosted part, but paint it with the matte top coat and then shiny on top of it. That's another idea, guys, for you for a winter. I know it's so many months before we hit the winter again, but yeah, I think it will be beautiful design as well. Anyway, glittery hacks, and bye for now. Wow, stop it, and I want to show it more. This is even better view. Oh my goodness, let's do macro. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, now for sure, glittery hacks. Bye.